In this lesson, we will be dealing with the relationship between religion, political opinion, and membership of a PSG, which is a particular social group, and your experience in the host country. For the role these personal aspects may play in most countries of the world, we may assume that religion is the fact of having or not a belief concerning the cause, nature, and the purpose of the universe, which may involve devotional and ritual observances in public or private. Political opinion can be any opinion on any matter related to the machinery of the state, a government, a society, or a policy, but also to non-conformist social behavior and gender roles. A particular social group is a group of people who share a common aspect, such as an innate characteristic or a fundamental aspect to one's identity, and may be seen as a minority group by the host society. An example is given by sexual orientation that defines sexual minorities. In your host country, you must be aware that your freedom to express these fundamental characteristics for your identity may suffer a few limitations. Let's now focus on each of them separately. Your experience abroad may be influenced by religion if you are going to a country dominated by a religion different than yours, especially in those countries where religion plays a key role in society or for the state identity. In this context, you might be asked to limit the manifestation of your religion in public and conform yourself to local religious habits. For example, if you are a non-Muslim woman in some Muslim countries, you may be required to cover your head as a sign of respect for local habits. By contrast, if you are a Muslim woman and you are planning a work, research experience abroad, you should check if your host country you are prevented to use your veil in public spaces. In extreme situations, such as civil conflicts with a religious dimension, you may avoid showing your religious affiliation to prevent any danger. In these cases, be careful because local authorities may be unable or unwilling to ensure the same safety you may find in your country of origin. Remember also that people in your host country may give way to your religion. Despite this may be irrelevant for you in your home country. Hence, you should carry out a preliminary assessment of the role of religion in your host country. Try always to understand the context where you find yourself and act accordingly. Similar issues arise in relation to political opinion. Political participation may vary from country to country. In some states, you may be free to criticize publicly the government's activity or to advance your political proposals. In others, you may be prevented to manifest your political dissent openly. To avoid unsafe behaviors when preparing your stay abroad, you might check the host country's situation in relation to political freedoms. Verify what happened to foreigners who manifested their dissent against the host government. During your stay, at least be sure to do not offend the honor of the host state in accordance with local law because you have opposite political opinion. These include, for instance, offensive behavior against the flag of your host country. Do not cross the line between political criticism and defamation against politicians, also in light of the risk of being sanctioned and prosecuted. It is worth reminding that political opinion encompasses ideas on a variety of matters, including gender roles or the role of religion. Hence, be careful. Let's now move to the membership to a particular social group. Your specific identity and/or your belonging to a minority may raise issues in your host destination. Let's take the concrete example of sexual orientation. In some countries, being homosexual, lesbian, transgender, or intersexual may put you in a difficult position. In many countries, sexual minorities are still discriminated. Additionally, in almost 75 countries in the world, homosexuality and/or same-sex sexual activities are criminalized. In these cases, you might not be free to behave as you usually do in your country. Also, the possibility to report your case to national authorities may be problematic. You might not receive any assistance for private retaliation, and at the same time, you might face the risk of being prosecuted in accordance to national repressive law. Hence, before leaving, do not forget to check if in the country of destination there is any group that is more exposed to discrimination and/or social exclusion. Verify if any of the aspects of your identity may include you in one of such discriminated groups. Identify what behavior may avoid an open conflict with the host society, leading to unsafe situations. Finally, if you are a researcher or a student, be aware that your religion, political opinion, or membership of a particular social group might influence your research abroad. This may happen especially when you have selected a specific topic that is a sensitive issue for your host country. In this case, you may check if your research topic raises sensitive issues in the host country. For example, a research on the Christian minority in Egypt may be problematic in the current context of affairs of that country. Verify how your religion, political opinion, and any other fundamental characteristics for your identity may impact on your research questions and methodology, including the relation with your colleagues. Define ethical guidelines to make sure that your personal characteristics will not influence your research. Work in collaboration with local academic institutions that may be already involved in similar researches, and possibly evaluate with them safe behaviors and guidelines to adopt. Identify the limits of your research, such as avoiding private source information. Inform your supervisor and home institution about your initiative in the host country and constantly share each action. Report any case of threats to your institution and your research group and evaluate with them how to approach local authorities.